It is now my pleasure to introduce our third candidate for sheriff and his nominators. The first, this is James Brown is the candidate, and his first person to speak on his behalf will be Tim Sims.
The legacy of family. James Brown III comes from a family dedicated to public service. This dedication to public service can be traced back generations. Our grandmother was a nurse's aide at the old University of Virginia Hospital, and my grandmother gave birth to 6 children, one named James E. Brown, Jr. Her son, James Brown, married Karen Dent, and together they had a son named James E. Brown III. James E. Brown, Jr. was very involved in social services here in Charlottesville. He focused his career on at-risk girls in our community. This desire to serve our community runs in the blood of James Brown III. Since graduating from Longwood College with a BA degree in sociology with a concentration on pre-law, James has dedicated his career to serve in our great city of Charlottesville and surrounding Albemarle County. As James's cousin, I know firsthand how important family is to him. He regularly organizes events to bring family together. Last year, he undertook the responsibility of gathering family from across the country to celebrate our grandmother's 90th birthday. James knows the importance of listening to elders and is a living proof of learning from elders, as we have from our grandmother. Our grandmother has influenced and taught us much over the years. It's James' goal to bridge the gap between generations. To our youth, we have a lot to teach, and from our elders, we have a lot to learn. And James is the candidate to bridge this gap. This is a legacy that has been passed down through generations. It's this legacy that will prevail in our community with James Brown III as sheriff of the city of Charlottesville. With your vote on May 9th, James will lead the Democratic Party to victory in the November election. His dedication to the families, children, and seniors of our community will continue Sheriff Johnson's legacy and lead the city sheriff's office of Charlottesville into future greatness. Vote James Brown III for sheriff, city of Charlottesville. Thank you.
Hi, good evening. My name is Tim Collier, and I'm very honored to be here speaking on behalf of James Brown. I'm one of the few true natives of Charlottesville and wouldn't have it any other way. I feel, as I know that all of you, Charlottesville is one of the finest places to live and work and raise a family. I've known James for over 30 years, back all the way to grade school. James is not only a dear friend, but a devoted father and husband. He is also one of the most compassionate, honest, loyal, and trusting people you would ever run across. James is committed to preserving our city of Charlottesville as the best city in this country to live and raise a family. James has vested interest in the future of this city as a lifelong resident himself and hopes that his children will continue his vision of preserving Charlottesville and its future. As a father of 2 myself, it's so refreshing to have a candidate like James Brown on the ticket for Sheriff of Charlottesville, a friend that is committed not only to the safety of Charlottesville and the quality of life that we enjoy, but also committed to the future of my children, your children, and all the youth of our community. James Brown has some wonderful programs for the younger members of Charlottesville and the surrounding counties. Programs like PAL and X2 Rep. As we all know, the youth of today are the future of Charlottesville. Giving them a city, community, and community members to be proud of and to emulate is vital. James has one of those young members of our community is giving back. That is why, in my eyes, as a dad and a member of this community, James Brown would not only keep Charlottesville moving in the right direction, but he would keep our future secure with his outreach to our younger community members. So, to quote the late, great James Brown, let's get on a good foot and keep the city of Charlottesville as the number one place to live. Join me, please, in electing James Brown Sheriff of Charlottesville.